So, Jayne, it's interesting in regards to the DevOps Institute portfolio. I think it's unique in comparison to others in the market. It's intentionally not a hierarchical program in nature. And I know that it is a program that you spent a lot of time researching, getting input from the thought leaders in the market, participating at various events to see trends going on. So from your perspective, can you share the rationale behind the portfolio, the way it was developed the way it is, and to highlight so everybody can get an understanding as to the robust portfolio of DOI?
Sure. So one of the values of DevOps is sharing. And so it's knowledge sharing. And so in traditional frameworks, there's a hierarchy where you start at a base and you work your way up to some kind of capstone certification. And so if you think of that, that's almost a little waterfall, right, where you start at the bottom of the waterfall and instead of flowing down, you flow your way up. And percentage-wise, the number of individuals that may take training or get certified at the lower level as we move up becomes less and less and less. At DevOps Institute, having looked at past frameworks, other frameworks in the market, we recognize that in a digital transformation, you really need to look at skilling. Right? There are different skills, there are very specific skills that organizations need to groom in order to be successful in the future digital age. And so we built a matrix model so that as new skills, as new competencies became more common or became more necessary, we could introduce a new skills-based certification to match that. A good example of that is site reliability engineering, which we hope to bring out a certification of that this year. So it's built in a way that it's a matrix. Now, if you think of also the DevOps approach to squads, right? A squad has cross-functional skills, and so everybody has to have some skills of the other, but everybody also has to have their core competencies in order to move forward. So, for example, testing is a skill that everybody in a squad or in a team needs to know. Today, test-driven development all the way through to continuous delivery. So we built a continuous testing approach in DevOps test engineering. Security is no longer downstream, right? So we needed to be able to look at DevSecOps as something that not just security professionals would become competent in, but everybody would be competent in. So at some point, if it makes sense to have a capstone certification, we'll certainly explore that. We spend an extensive amount of time researching emerging practices, some of which are not in a book. Right, some of which have grown up in organizations like Target or Nike or Disney or any of the myriad of others that have introduced innovative ways of working. And so there are case studies out there, there are practices out there, and so our portfolio reflects that. We avoid generic designations. So no DevOps engineer, no DevOps professional, no DevOps expert, no DevOps master. Really, we're trying to bring individual competencies to the market and organizational capabilities as well.
Very interesting and very exciting, I think, in terms of for the learners and for the organizations as they're working to skill up their teams and make their teams smarter as they all go on this journey together. Thanks for that insight.